Co-powered by Qatar Airways, SBI Mutual Fund and Sera.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. There are few things as riveting as Indian politics. It's always a cliffhanger, it's always a suspense movie, and if anybody is watching television today, it's Paisa Vasool, because there are total upsets, there are a lot of surprises that are coming up. There's drama, there's betrayal, there's suspense, there's violence, and of course, the biggest of all, paisa, money, all brought together by the hunger for power. But as they say in Hindi, जनता is Janardhan. ये जो public है, ये सब जानती है. And the public has decided in these 5 states who they want as a government, who they want as their chief minister. The final power rests with the people of these states, and the voters of Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, Telangana, Chhattisgarh and Mizoram have made up their minds and made their choice when they pressed that button on the EVM. We will know on 3rd of December which party they picked, but this is critical for us to gauge the mood of the nation ahead of the crucial 2024 polls. So here on Times Now ETG survey, we get you the most accurate and comprehensive projections backed by meticulously collated data from the extensive ground surveys with over 41,000 voters polled who actually came and spoke to our ETG representatives. And let's take a look at all the 5 states, the poll of polls, because there's no point talking about one poll. By this time, all the polls are out. So let's take a look at Rajasthan. Which way is Rajasthan going? Well, most polls say that it is going the BJP way, except 2 states, 2 polls giving it to the Congress. They're also slightly short of the margin. Access My India gives it 96, TV9 Pollstat 92, Jan Ki Baat 73, 99, which is the exact same number Ashok Gehlot got in 2018. Republic gives 70, 81 ABP C voter. Average for the Congress is 82, and look at the BJP numbers, 118 by the ETG Times Now survey, 90 by Access My India. So neck and neck, 96 and 90, 102 by TV9 Pollstat. So at least they're saying the BJP is ahead, short just above the halfway mark. 111 by Jan Ki Baat, 85 India TV, CNX, 122 by Republic, and 104. So average is 105. Thin majority, but majority in the average. That is how Rajasthan is stacked. Let's take a look at the others numbers, because when it is close, others can play an important role. So average number for others is 12. Which way they will go? But if this is the average, then BJP is past the halfway mark, 105. Well, I can see sleepless nights for all journalists, because who's going to be the chief minister will be the next battle that will have to be fought. Let's go to Chhattisgarh numbers now. And Chhattisgarh ETG Times Now gives 52 to the Congress, and most other surveys, Access by India gives about 45, which is right halfway mark, but very thin, you know, can be a tricky one. ABPC voter 47, 45 again by TV9 Pollstat, Jan Ki Baat 47, News 24, Chanakya 57, India TV, CNX is 51. So that's 49 on an average, which is Congress majority. For the BJP, well, these 3 are extremely close, and anywhere close to this number, the BJP is going to be in business. The other polls, of course, give it to the Congress. But these three polls we'll have to look at very closely. And the others then come into play, three others. Which way is Chhattisgarh going to go? It's a cliffhanger. It's a cliffhanger. Every state is a cliffhanger at this point. Let's go across now to Madhya Pradesh. And Madhya Pradesh again. Look at these numbers. 117 to the Congress by the ETG Times Now poll and 111 to the BJP. 116 by TV9 poll strat. 111 for the BJP. 102 given to the Congress party by Republic. And 124 to the BJP. Jan Ki Baat 113, 111. Access by India 79, 151. Chanakya 74, 151. And 125 and 100 by C voter. If you look at the averages, this is the story of the day. Madhya Pradesh, which was everybody before elections was giving it to the Congress party. Well, the poll of polls, the two outlier polls giving 151 to the BJP actually changed the scenario, and it's 123 going to the BJP, which is again, and 4 rebels can go very comfortably to the BJP's kitty. Let's take a look at Telangana coming up next. Telangana. Look at this. 4165 Times Now-ETG survey, 5354. Now, how does this really work? I'll have no nails left by the end of this evening. Republic 5354 again. News 24 Chanakya 3371 giving it to the Congress party. Jan Ki Baat 4756 giving it to the Congress party. CNX 3971 giving it to the Congress party. C voter giving it to the Congress party. But not quite. It's a hung assembly here. It's a hung assembly here. Hung assembly here. So at least 3 polls giving it a hung assembly. BJP. Can it play kingmaker with the BRS A team, B team? Is that what's happening?
AIMIM both in the kingmaker's position.
Well, all right. That's a cliffhanger. And AIMIM also here. What's going to happen? That is the big question. Telangana, well, it looks even Stevens and a hung house.
AIMM with the BRS, no?
They haven't fought together.
No, but we have to include them.
Okay.
We all,
so if you do that, then it's well, 47 for the BRS.
47, 58, 59, 41, 55, 45 and 53. Yet, even if you add them together, it looks like directionally everybody wants to say the Congress is ahead, directionally. Yet, everybody is more or less denying the Congress a simple majority.
Well, let me introduce you to our panel this evening. And in the studio, Jay Mruk, cephalogist, resident cephalogist, has done so many elections with us. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, so good to see you. And steamed chole bhature coming up. If which side are you on?
मैं साइंस की तरफ से हूँ.
Oh,
Anand, it'll add to your weight to eat chole bhature.
All right, Smita Prakash, editor ANI, thank you for being with us. Woman power here, Sabha Nakvi also. So 3 women journalists. Between us, we'd probably have 150 years of experience, at least 100 maybe. And let me also introduce fellow journalist Harshvardhan Tripathi joining us remotely. Thank you for joining me on Times Now. Let me introduce our political guest this evening. Amit Malviya, head of the BJP's IT cell, with us this evening. Ghanshyam Tiwari, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party. Dinesh Chaudhary, spokesperson of the BRS. Waris Pathan. Excuse me. We've been so excited all evening that the throat has gone for a toss. Waris Pathan, national spokesperson of the AIMIM, joining us. You were feeling unwell a little while ago. The minute you saw hung house, you feeling well again, Waris Pathan?
Yes, definitely. No, I was in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, then Telangana. So for 15 days with change of weather, dust, everything, and we worked very hard. And I am confident, Navika, we will be the kingmaker. You are showing 6, but 7 we are winning with good margin. And the 2 seats which you have not shown, there also will be winning, and definitely you will see KCR becoming the CM.
Change of weather ही नहीं, change of fortune भी कहीं ना हो जाए.
India won the semi-final, but they lost the final. So you cannot have that. India also won the semi-final in the cricket match, but in the final, anything can happen. So you cannot say this is semi-final, the final will be won by somebody. I am pretty sure Madhya Pradesh will open our account.
आप तो बॉल पड़ी नहीं, बैटिंग चालू कर दिया आपने. अभी तो बॉल डाला नहीं मैंने. वारिस पठान जी 2 मिनट ब्रेक लगाइए, क्योंकि डॉक्टर संजय झा भी हमारे साथ हैं. डॉक्टर संजय झा, थैंक यू फॉर joining me once again on the Newshour special edition, because it's Numbers Day. The only suspended congressman who talks to me, I've said this many times before, but you are a treasure. आप नहीं होते तो कांग्रेस का बिल्कुल कोई shadow भी नहीं होता मेरे शो में. So thankful to you for being here. Let's we've seen all the numbers. Let's take a look at the Mizoram numbers as well. And Mizoram numbers are here. MNF is 17, 14 to the ZPM, and 8 to the Congress party, 1 to the BJP, 0 to the others. That's the ETG Times Now survey. ABPC voter gives 18 to the MNF. Direction is the same, and the BJP is not getting anything. CNX.
Only state where all the polls have a consensus.
Consensus, a total consensus over here. I think there's a problem. The average is not there. There is a 0, 0, 0.
So we are looking at 17 here, 15 here, 7 here, and 1 here.
We need to fix this graphics, but the general direction is that it's hung house in Mizoram. Let's now look at all the numbers together, and Mizoram. These are the ETG numbers, and Rajasthan ETG gives it to the BJP. Madhya Pradesh, it's too close to call. Telangana goes to the Congress, Chhattisgarh to the Congress, Mizoram hung house. That's what ETG says. But let's take a look at the national takeaways. And if we look at the national takeaways, what's the big picture? Congress plans to expand its national footprint, which is been kept in check by the BJP if it wins both Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. Then the BJP has stymied the Congress's march. In the absence of a chief ministerial face, Prime Minister's campaign in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh critical. So brand Modi very much the winning factor. BJP's plan for southern expansion is dealt a setback in Telangana, and if 2 states go to the Congress party, it has ATMs coming up. That's the conversation. Congress's regional satraps Gehlot and Kamal Nath may fail to fire. At least the average numbers show that. Baghel, on the other hand, is the dark horse who has a pro-incumbency. Combined campaigning of the Gandhis unable to swing votes in Rajasthan and in Madhya Pradesh. Well, they didn't quite go very hard in Madhya Pradesh at least. And limited impact of caste census pitch by the Congress party in Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, because caste not really a big factor here, not working. Appeasement charge against Congress still has electoral traction. So appeasement is something that works for them. Muslim votes do come towards them. What that means for regional parties is something they'll have to worry about. Hung house in Mizoram may make Congress the kingmaker. So there could be some good news for the Congress party. The Congress's welfare pitch and guarantees received a mixed response. Madhya Pradesh, if it's not working, in Rajasthan, if it's not working, then there is a problem that they have. So let's get the first reactions. Amit Malviya, what do you think is working for the BJP? And some polls are actually saying that Rajasthan may go the Congress way. What will that mean?
Navika, first of all, these are exit polls, so we should not confuse them with the final results which are going to be out on the 3rd of December. But having said that, directionally, most exit polls seem to suggest that the BJP will do exceptionally well in the Hindi heartland states. We are likely to win Madhya Pradesh, that is retain the state, also come to power in Rajasthan, and Chhattisgarh, a state where most analysts had not given us a chance at least 3 months ago, now have conceded that the BJP is in a dead heat contest with the Congress. If you were to ask me, my prediction of the election results on 3rd December is going to be 3-0 as far as these 3 Hindi heartland states are concerned. The BJP may well be ahead of the Congress even in Chhattisgarh, although quite marginally, but we could well be past the halfway mark. That's the sense that we're getting from the ground. There are a couple of smaller parties in Chhattisgarh, a few independents who have upset the Congress's apple cart, and the fact that the BJP put out a manifesto which was quite appealing, along with a huge undercurrent against Bhupesh Baghel and his government. Let's be very clear, underneath the gloss and glitter of the Chhattisgarh government helmed by Bhupesh Baghel, who was a frequently seen face in national media and in Delhi, governance suffered in Chhattisgarh. There was widespread corruption, the women were not happy, the farmers were not happy, the liquor policy of the state ruined several families. There was an estimated scam of about 2,000 crore there, 500 crore in the coal scam where they were giving permits for ferrying coal. That was completely done by the state government. All these things put together had put Baghel in the corner, but it seemed for a very long time that he managed the perception very well, but that might just be his undoing when you see the results on 3rd. Coming to Madhya Pradesh, I see some pollsters have indicated a huge sweep for the BJP, and some have given us a marginal lead. I can't comment on the numbers, but I can tell you that we will be very comfortable and we will be over the halfway mark on our own. It might not be a landslide as being projected, but it will not be as slender as some others have given. Now, the most interesting amongst these 3 Hindi heartland states is Rajasthan. For some reason, some pollsters believe that Congress may have the edge. I can tell you today with absolute confidence that the BJP will sweep Rajasthan, because Mr. Gehlot ran the most abysmal government you could find anywhere in the country. There was crime that was galloping away, women were targeted, Dalits were targeted. He was just not in control of the state. In the last 6 months, he made a valiant attempt to put out a lot of welfare programs and schemes and advertise them aggressively. But you see, if you don't deliver governance in 4.5 years, you're unlikely to make good in the last 6 months, because delivery is not something that you can operationalize overnight. Governments work for 7-8 months to conceive a program and then to put the mechanisms to deliver it. What Gehlot tried doing in the last 6 months is cover up for his inadequacies by a lot of announcements and advertisements, but that's never enough. Congress, if there is one state that they are sure of losing, it's Rajasthan. So that's the Hindi belt for you. And lastly, let me comment on Telangana. It seems like, and everybody seems to suggest that Congress might sweep the state. I have a different view on it. Even though the Congress is making all efforts in Telangana, they may still finish second behind the BRS. The BRS tally will certainly go down. They may even be short of the halfway mark, but it still seems like they may end up as the single largest party. The BJP will gain vote share across the state.
Is that your hope? Is that your hope, or is that a prediction based on numbers and psephology, Amit Malviya? Because you would want the BRS to fall short, and then you can expand the NDA and reduce the third front options or the India alliance, whichever way you want to.
No, it's not my hope. Unfortunately, my hoping or not hoping does not determine the result. But the way the state is positioned, let's not forget the BJP has its very strong catchment areas in Telangana. The Congress, on the contrary, is very oligarch in its approach. Wherever they have leaders who have some sort of hold, they are relevant, but they are largely not present across the state. On the contrary, the BRS, despite having huge anti-incumbency against them, have the requisite machinery that is required to fight an election. The Congress does not have it, unless there was something so compelling for people to go out and ensure that BRS and KCR are out at any cost. I'm still not quite sure that was the mood there. They do want change. But is the alternative the Congress? I don't think that is the answer. Is the alternative the BJP? Yes, because ideologically the BRS and the Congress are in the same space. The BJP represents an alternate view. They're an alternate model of governance, but we are still sort of growing in that state. So we could see a hung house in Telangana, and we will have to wait for third to see which way the numbers go.
Well, I don't know about that, and let's get the poll around the studio, because I've not seen too many polls where people have shown their indecisiveness. Most polls in recent times have been decisive, and therefore, hung house in Telangana is something that, I at least, cannot hope for. But let's take a roll call around the table. Jemruk, do you think Telangana will be a hung house? Do you think Madhya Pradesh will be a BJP sweep despite the Congress putting up the kind of fight they have? Do you think Chhattisgarh is a close call? And do you think Rajasthan will not palto the roti and actually repeat a Congress government? Stick your neck out.
Okay, I'll go to a little bit of history. I'll start.
No, don't go to history, because we live in the present.
No.
We live in the present, and today we only want to know what's happening in these 5 states.
Okay, perfect. Rajasthan, actually, I clearly think it's going to follow the cyclicity. The BJP is going to be back. Only thing, that gap may be narrower, what the polls are showing, which is what has happened actually in 2008 when Gehlot came back, and in 2018 also when he came back. He was around 100, the BJP was around 75. Now the shoe seems to be on the other foot as per the poll of polls. Maybe the gap is wider. I think the poll of polls is narrowing it. The gap could be wider. That's point number one. Point number two, Telangana, I think it's actually got to be a clear mandate. Maybe the Congress heading closer to 60. Which is again in line with the poll of polls. 60,
okay. Yeah, 60 is just about there.
Shy of the majority somewhat. But I think that's a possibility. Again, I'm with the poll of polls on that. Madhya Pradesh, 2 polls seem to be outliers while most are predicting a close fight. I still feel it could be one party, that is maybe the BJP, but not by that huge margin, maybe 10 seats or so.
Victory is a victory is a victory.
Victory. And Chhattisgarh, Chhattisgarh में भी traditionally ये वाला poll of polls का हिसाब रहा है. आप 18 का चुनाव छोड़ दो, आप 3 का देखो, 8 का देखो, 13 का देखो, जीतने वाले के 50, हारने वाले के 40, 45, 50, 40 वही चल रहा है. So if something similar happens
पर
again,
अब तो मोदी फैक्टर है.
बिल्कुल नहीं, but I still expect it could be the BJP, but again it won't be a stupendous mandate. Maybe it's a 40 or a 40.
Oh, so you're even giving Hindi heartland. You're going with Amit Malviya. Are you a Sanghi?
It's up to you.
Okay. Sanjay Jha. Sanjay Jha, if the Congress was going to snatch a loss from the teeth of victory in Madhya Pradesh, and if it is a hung house in Telangana, what does this mean for the Congress party? Sanjay Jha?
Well, Navika, I can see the exit poll is more like a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. It is very, very difficult for anyone to really safely prognosticate as to what's going to happen on December 3rd. But here is the interesting point. If the BJP is going to look at two exit polls that give it a decisive win in Madhya Pradesh, then the same two polls are giving the Congress, in fact, near the majority in Rajasthan. So in that effect, it becomes basically a flip-flop. The Congress expected to do it Madhya Pradesh, loses Madhya Pradesh, but hopefully will win Rajasthan. So I think it becomes a zero-sum game. I believe that the big story of the election, Navika, is really the comeback of the Congress in Telangana. Because that is a state where a lot of people took it for granted that the DRS is going to have another third victory, but that doesn't seem to have happened. And if the Congress makes a comeback in Telangana, I think it begins to fortify the South, which has always been its traditional bastion, and makes it, I think, make a comeback even in Andhra Pradesh in the next assembly elections. So I think that to me is the real big story. And the third part, which cannot be ignored, is that the BJP is ceding space. It cannot be denied that the BJP is ceding space. The question is, how quickly can the Congress and the India alliance seize on that opportunity? Because the Hindi heartland is clearly fractured. It is not going the BJP way. The Congress at the moment could win all three states. The Congress, based on these exit polls,
So
could be
could
winning
the
Madhya
BJP.
Pradesh, could be winning
So
Rajasthan
could the
and
BJP, Sabha Naqvi. That's exactly what you're saying.
No, well, I think I'm not as optimistic on the line that Sanjay is. I think the BJP is showing a huge tenacity. It is fighting back. It is being able to turn the reversals, probably, according to the exit polls, in Madhya Pradesh and in the heart of India and in Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh, I felt, would be closer than what was being projected. The BJP is fighting back even though they had no clear leadership over there. So they're doing that. And Rajasthan, well, I mean, in the Hindi belt, certainly even if the BJP ends up losing all the states, hypothetically, their capacity to fight, their capacity to be there, it cannot be seen as a mandate which is going to go into the next general election. The interesting result beyond the Hindi belt, we'll have to wait till the third, as we all know. If the Congress actually manages to win in Telangana, then as I've said, they had Bangalore city, they'll have resources of Hyderabad,
ATM.
which is boom, boom, boom city. It is doing on certain indicators even better than Bangalore in certain fronts, and so they'll have another boom city if that happens. But it would be, we would have to sit down and analyze how can a party which does so much welfareism as KTR's party, I keep calling it TRS, which I think they should have stuck to that name, because they suddenly went Bharatiya Rashtriya Samiti. It was a party made on regional aspirations, and they should have stuck to that name. And the sudden thing, they have done a lot of welfareism. There's no doubt about it. If they get defeated, we have to analyze. These are turning out to be very interesting elections.
Very interesting elections, but Anand Ranganathan, 2018, the BJP lost all of these states. And still in 2019, it increased its tallies. So what are we seeing? If the BJP does win one or two states and makes it a close call in Chhattisgarh or even wins it, and in Telangana, as Amit Malviya says, is part of the equation if it's hung house, what does it mean for national politics?
3 points here, Navika. First of all, good evening. I think number one is, for all those who say that BJP is not wooing enough Muslims, you just heard Pathan Saab say that he's been on a whirlwind tour of all the election states. So I think that is wrong.
What is that? I haven't got BT more.
Extracted a smile out of Pathan Saab there. He's, look at him.
ये आप लोगों
Shoulder shaking laughter.
आप लोगों का हैदराबादी बिरयानी का चलता रहता है.
No, but 2 points here. I think the stories, to be very honest, are Madhya Pradesh and Telangana. And let me go into a little bit of detail there. Please understand, 20 years of anti-incumbency. No one gave BJP a hope. Mamaji looks like he's done it. But if you were to analyze, let's go beyond the infighting in the opposition camp or Congress camp or any other state. You look at all the BJP ruled states. The first thing that Narendra Modi or Amit Shah or everyone, when they go for campaigning, they say double engine ki sarkar hai, double engine ki sarkar hai. Out here, they didn't mention that much. And you look at the evidence, it is the Modi engine that has not only pulled the train, but has pulled the almost defunct Mamaji engine, which is at the back. If you look at 80 million population of Madhya Pradesh, 25 million have now got Ayushman cards. 8 million have Ujjwala cylinders. You have 8 million toilets constructed, some of the highest in the country. The central schemes, i.e. quote-unquote Modi schemes, have done something for Madhya Pradesh that is unprecedented. Number two, I am right now actually holding my horses when it comes to Telangana, honestly, because as Sabha says, I think she has a point. The amount of welfarism that has been done by the BRS or erstwhile TRS is unbelievable. The state is now in debt of 6 lakh crores. Navika, to give you a perspective, when you keep on saying that AAP is the one which is freebie, Punjab is 2.5 lakh crores in debt. Telangana, population of nearly the same as Punjab or 35 million instead of Punjab 30 million, is to every person in Telangana has a debt of 1.5 lakh crores, 1.5 lakhs, which is unprecedented. What that means is, in spite of doing so much development, if they lose, you really have to introspect. I mean, you really have to give credit to the Indian voter and ask this question. Do they look...
If freebies don't work,
yes. That's why these are the two stories.
If BRS loses...
They work, that means people don't say, "My Baap Sarkar, we are yours." People say, it's our entitlement, now what's next?
Well,
that's what we say.
Waris Pathan, let me get in Waris Pathan and Dinesh Chaudhary. Waris Pathan, अगर कांग्रेस तेलंगाना में जीत जाती है, भैया जी, तो क्या होगा? All the minority votes are going to go to Congress. After Karnataka, Telangana will be the other experiment. And what happens to the existence of parties like yours?
Well, this is an exit poll, Navika, and we don't bother whether Congress wins or loses. We have contested only on 9 seats. We have 7 sitting MLAs. We have got 1 member of parliament there. And out of the 119, we have given all the seats. You go and fight. But in the 9 seats, I am confident and sure that 7 we are winning with good margin. The other 2 also, it's a tough competition.
ओवैसी साहब तो मामू के लिए भी तो वोट मांग रहे थे. ओवैसी साहब मामू के लिए भी तो वोट मांग रहे थे. मामू मीनिंग केसीआर.
बिल्कुल मामू के लिए ओवैसी साहब ने ये कहा था कि if the places where we don't contest and if BRS is there, तो लोगों को बोला BRS को वोट दीजिए and see to it that KCR becomes the chief minister for the 3rd time, because he has really worked hard. He has done good work, good development work in Telangana, but it's a public's mandate, people's mandate. We all have to follow that and we all have to accept that. See, Navika, we have contested out of the 5 states, we have contested only in 3 states. We contested in Madhya Pradesh only on 3 seats. In Rajasthan, we contested only on 8 seats. In Telangana, out of 119, only 9 seats. In Madhya Pradesh, I am sure and confident that one of the seats in the Burhanpur, we will be winning, I think so, because the people love affection and people thought that yes, there is an option, there is an alternative for them. So they have voted for us. In Rajasthan, it was also the first time we contested, and I am hopeful and sure that we will get some good percentage of votes out there as well. Then now coming back to Telangana, as you said, and the table, the details which you are showing, I am not a psephologist or a political analyst. I can only say that yes, what I have seen there, I was present in all the 3 states, and the people feel that AIMIM is an option. Earlier they did not have any option. In Telangana, the Congress, the BJP and RSS together, they work together to see and to ensure that our candidates lose. That is what was going on in Telangana. In various places or various seats where our candidates were there, you could very well feel that the Congress is in no hurry. They wanted the BJP to win. Okay, let the BJP win. Where we never contested, they say, why don't you contest there before Raja Singh? Why don't you contest against Raja Singh? Why do you contest against Azharuddin? So all these things were going on there, but the people's mind was clear that they don't want the BJP to win. The BJP is not doing anything there. 5 seats were there earlier also, and I think so even now they will be having 5 seats. But my friend Anand Ranganathan, I would like you to come with me to Hyderabad and have Hyderabadi biryani, because I have got a sore throat after going all the 3 states. And let's hope for the best on the 3rd. Let's see what happens, Navika.
Well,
even Madhya Pradesh,
so let me get in.
3 states only, and we have left all the other seats for the Congress. Fight, defeat BJP, defeat whomsoever they want to. But I think
that is the question. That is the question. If in their home state, where a party's name is Musalman, if they were to lose more seats than they win, and those seats go to the Congress party, तो existential crisis है कि नहीं है? That is the question. But Dinesh Chaudhary, Exit polls, everybody will say don't take exit polls seriously, but those are the numbers, and direction of most of the exit polls is in one direction, which is Congress making huge inroads into Telangana, and the TRS or BRS actually suffering huge losses. Despite welfareism, despite your schemes, despite a 6 lakh crore debt of the state, as Anand Ranganathan pointed out, if this is the situation, do you really think that the Congress is on a comeback nationally, and smaller regional parties could be in trouble?
Navika ji, let me tell you, no exit poll has got Telangana's pulse perfectly till now. Even last time also, nobody could get the number of seats which BRS was going to win exactly. Only CPS exit poll had got it right. But no other survey or
what is CPS saying this time? Bhai, bata dijiye. What is CPS saying this time?
CPS is giving us simple majority.
Simple majority. Okay, that's all you are worried about.
And let me tell you, we are very confident, and as our working president, KTRG, has addressed a press meet today, and he has said, we are coming back with more than 70 seats in Telangana. Congress hype is only on social media, or what do you call false bravado or bluster. But people of Telangana will definitely give us the mandate which is required, and there will be no necessity of forming a coalition or alliance or power sharing with anybody. Because we have.
But if the necessity arises, as Amit Malviya pointed out, are you willing to do business with the BJP? Are you going to use it as your B team or be the B team of the BJP?
Navika ji, I am once again saying very categorically that scenario will not arise. There will be no necessity.
If it does, life in politics is all about possibilities. Is that an option?
Navika ji, just let me mention, even in Bengal elections, all the exit polls have given huge numbers to other parties other than TMC. But TMC came back very triumphantly, and Telangana will also be delivering the same message on December 3rd. And if unfortunately the scenario which you mentioned does arise, we will prefer to sit in opposition and fight on behalf of the people instead of sharing power with others.
All right, all right. Brave last words, and kudos to you, more power to you. But Ghanshyam Tiwari, the question that arises from all the exit polls as of now, and I would request everybody to refrain from saying exit polls are average now, and let's discuss the exit polls. And if all the direction of the exit polls are to be seen, then it seems like Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh in the BJP kitty as of now. Telangana, well, in the Congress kitty, and Chhattisgarh also, most exit polls except 3 puts it in the Congress kitty. Where does that leave the regional parties like the Samajwadi Party that contested 70-odd seats in Madhya Pradesh, actually broke ties, and there were some very sour words between Akhilesh Yadav and the Congress leaders, including Kamal Nath. I want to ask you, what does this mean for parties like yours, and what does this mean for the Lok Sabha elections as far as alliance that has been made, the India alliance, is concerned?
Good evening, Navika ji, to you, the viewers, and my fellow co-panelists. There are 3 important lessons that I take from this discussion. One is that the exit polls, which tens and thousands of respondents on the ground seem to be all over the place with respect to different states. That's lesson 1, which is obvious. And Amit Malviya, with lakhs of IT workers, IT cell workers of the largest party in the world, is also a little bit all over the place, underconfident about what is going to happen. That's one. Second is that it is clear that BJP is shunted out of South India. 20% vote share in Telangana elections in 2019, they are shunted out. So that's one axis of 2024 election, that BJP is a non-player in South India. The second axis of 2024 elections is that in the Hindi heartland, The last poll that happened in the heartland in 2019, BJP got between 50 to 60% votes in Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Rajasthan. In these states, BJP is getting 40 to 42% votes, depending on which polls you are going to believe in. Both the elections happen, you can say it's national elections, but with Mr. Modi as the face of it. So clearly in the Hindi heartland, Congress by itself is not enough. It may get over the edge in some state. But when you look at a PDA kind of alliance, when you look at India alliance broadly, the India alliance story is going to play differently in the Hindi heartland compared to the way it is going to play in South India. That's the second key message that I take away. And third is that there is no Modi wave, no matter how much BJP tries to fit into it. People have rejected the fake guarantees that Prime Minister Modi gave in these elections.
Is there an India wave? Because that's the only question I asked. You've answered everything else except my answer to my question. Is there an India wave?
We have never claimed a wave. We have clearly said that the 2024 narrative will be around caste census in Hindi heartland. It will be around fake guarantees of Prime Minister Modi. All these are Modi guarantees. 1200 rupees cylinder is outcome of Modi guarantee. For 2024, it will be 2000 rupees cylinder. 100 rupees petrol is outcome of Modi guarantee. For 2024, it will be 200 rupees petrol. 2 crore joblessness is outcome of Modi guarantee, and so on. I can claim more Modi guarantee.
So caste census doesn't seem to have worked, neither in Madhya Pradesh nor in Rajasthan. Where is the success of the caste census, Amit Malviya? Can you see that? And would you want to respond to Ghanshyam Tiwari?
You'll see that in Bihar and Uttar Pradesh as it plays out.
Coming to you, Sanjay.
Look, Navika, do you really think I should be responding to Ghanshyam when their own alliance partner treat them with so much of disdain? I still remember the exchange of words between Akhilesh Yadav and Kamal Nath. I don't think any alliance partners spar so publicly and so bitterly as the Samajwadi Party and the Congress were doing. Having said that, I think Ghanshyam should worry about his party's shrinking base in Uttar Pradesh. They fielded as many as 60-70 candidates in Madhya Pradesh. It was an ego tussle with the Congress party. They actually wanted 6 seats. The Congress refused to give them even those 6 seats and wanted them to contest 4 seats. So they are quite irrelevant as far as Madhya Pradesh is concerned, and they are also, shrinking in their home state of Uttar Pradesh. Having said that, let's be very clear. Rahul Gandhi's campaign vary from season to season. He picks up something from the last person he has spoken to, and then he starts parroting that all through. I mean, let's not forget he went into the 2019 general election with Rafale as an issue and called Prime Minister names, Chaukidar Chor hai, and so on and so forth. The BJP returned with a bigger mandate than 2014. So clearly, Rahul Gandhi really lacks the credibility to convince his neighbors, forget the country. And the truth is that you will see on 3rd of December that Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh will be in the BJP's bag, because clearly, irrespective of what these exit polls seem to suggest, the report from the ground is quite contrary. Like I said in my opening comment, Rajasthan certainly no way is going to be with the Congress. Madhya Pradesh, it's going to be a comfortable win, and Chhattisgarh, where the BJP did not stand a chance till at least 3 months ago, is very much in the reckoning, and we could well be past the halfway mark on our own. And this is not something I must say as a BJP representative, but this is really born out of what we've picked from the ground. And if you see analysts going from Delhi and coming back saying that it's not a one-sided contest.
In Chhattisgarh, in Rajasthan, there were many candidates till the strategy came in. Let me get in Harshvardhan Tripathi and Smita after you. But just a minute, because I'm being told Kailash Vijayvargiya joining me live from Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal. Vijayvargiya ji, exit poll आ रहे हैं. कोई पोल दिखा रहा है मुकाबले की टक्कर और 2 पोल दिखा रहे हैं बीजेपी का स्वीप, और आपकी जो स्माइल है वो बता रही है कि शायद सिर्फ राज्य बीजेपी के पास नहीं, आप मुख्यमंत्री भी बन रहे हैं. कुछ ऐसा है क्या?
आप मेरी शुभचिंतक है ना, तो अभी तो खाली जीतने की बात करिए और बहुमत लाने की बात करिए. और कौन मुख्यमंत्री होगा ये तो हमारे सब लीडर तय करेंगे। पर हाँ, मैं इतना दावे से कह सकता हूँ कि मैंने पहले दिन भी कहा था कि 130 कम से कम आएगी और अधिकतम 160 आएगी। आज भी मैं उसको दोहरा रहा हूँ कि मध्य प्रदेश में हमने 20 सालों में जनता की सेवा की है। मोदी जी का नेतृत्व है, डबल इंजन की सरकार है, मोदी जी की गरीब कल्याण की योजनाएं, प्रदेश में शिवराज जी की गरीब कल्याण की योजनाओं के माध्यम से हमने प्रदेश की गरीबी दूर करने का प्रयास किया। इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हमारे यहाँ बहुत अच्छा हो गया। मुझे याद है दीदी, जब मैं मिनिस्टर बना था पीडब्ल्यूडी 2003 में, जब सड़कें हमारे यहाँ 60,000 किलोमीटर गड्ढे वाली सड़कें थी, आज 5 लाख किलोमीटर सड़कें हैं बिना गड्ढे की। ये डेवलपमेंट बहुत साफ दिखाई देता है और लोग महसूस कर रहे हैं।
डेवलपमेंट साफ दिखाई देता है, लेकिन बीजेपी का इंटरनल सर्वे क्या बताता है? कितनी सीटें हैं?
मैं तो आपसे कह रहा हूँ कि 130 कम से कम आएगी और 160 तक जा सकती है। मैंने तो आज हमारे वरिष्ठ नेताओं को भी सीट का आंकड़ा दिया है। ये सीट हम जीतना है, ये सीट में हमारी फाइट है, ये सीट हम जीत सकते हैं।
जीत का फैक्टर नरेंद्र मोदी का करिश्मा है, लाडली बहना स्कीम है, सेंट्रल स्कीम्स हैं, क्या कारण बताते हैं आप इस अगर जीतते हैं तो?
नंबर देखिए तो नरेंद्र मोदी जी का नेतृत्व, डबल इंजन की सरकार, उसके बाद गरीब कल्याण की सारी योजनाएं, उसमें लाडली बहना योजना भी है, और इसलिए कुल मिलाकर एक गुलदस्ता है। उस गुलदस्ते के अंदर अलग अलग फूल हैं और उसमें प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना भी है, आयुष्मान योजना भी है, लाडली लक्ष्मी योजना भी है, लाडली बहना योजना भी है। तो ये सब का गुलदस्ता है जनता की सेवा का।
कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जी, 2024 के लिए क्या मैसेज रहेगा मध्य प्रदेश का अगर बीजेपी चुनाव जीतती है? लेकिन कांग्रेस ने काफी मुकाबले की टक्कर दी है, 2018 में भी, अब 2023 में भी। लोकसभा के लिए क्या आप आकलन लगा रहे हैं?
2018 में कांग्रेस ने जनता को धोखा दिया था, किसानों के कर्ज माफ करने का वादा किया था, बेरोजगार नौजवानों को 4,000 भत्ता देंगे ये वादा किया था, सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप की जितनी महिलाएं हैं उनका कर्जा माफ कर देंगे, जितने अस्थायी शिक्षक गुरुजी थे उन सबको स्थायी कर देंगे। एक भी मांग पूरी नहीं की और इसलिए पिछली बार चुनाव अच्छा नहीं लगा, कांग्रेस ने जनता को ठगा, और इस बार जनता समझ गई कि कांग्रेस ठगने वाली पार्टी है, इसलिए उनके घोषणा के पत्र की तरफ उन्होंने देखा ही नहीं और सीधे भारतीय जनता पार्टी को उन्होंने आशीर्वाद दिया है।
मुख्य दावेदार मुख्यमंत्री के लिए कौन है?
भारतीय जनता पार्टी का कोई भी कार्यकर्ता जिसको पार्टी का नेतृत्व आदेश देगा वो मुख्यमंत्री बनेगा।
यानी कि शिवराज चौहान के चांसेस?
सबके चांस है,
सबके
पार्टी में सब बराबर, हाँ सबके चांस है। पार्टी जिसको, क्योंकि सक्षम कार्यकर्ताओं की हमारे पास टीम है और उनकी टीम के कारण ही हम लोग यहाँ पर मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में सरकार बना रहे हैं।
कैलाश विजयवर्गीय जी, हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। इंतजार रहेगा 3 तारीख का। 3 तारीख को हम फिर बात करेंगे आपके आंकड़े सही होते हैं या पोलस्टर्स के आंकड़े सही होते हैं। 3 तारीख को इसका फैसला होगा। हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी और स्मिता प्रकाश, आई कम बैक टू बोथ ऑफ यू। हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी, 5 स्टेट, आप किस पर इस वक्त बेट कर रहे हैं? और बेट सिर्फ चाय की लगती है।
नहीं नविका जी, चाय तो बिल्कुल पियेंगे। 3 तारीख को आपके साथ चाय हम लोग पियेंगे, सब लोग पियेंगे, लेकिन थोड़ा चाय गर्म हो गई है ओवैसी साहब के लिए। अब उनके लिए थोड़ा जुबान तालू सब जलने का खतरा हो गया है, और ये खतरा इतना बड़ा हो गया है कि शायद उसकी जो कहते हैं ना कि आंच पहुंचेगी उत्तर प्रदेश और बिहार तक भी, जिसका अनुमान हम लोग नहीं लगा रहे हैं। मुझे लगता है कि इन सारे 5 राज्यों के चुनाव में से तेलंगाना के जो नतीजे आएंगे, और मुझे कांग्रेस का मोमेंटम बहुत अप होता दिख रहा है। मुझे लगता है कि बीआरएस ने बहुत शानदार काम किया, और ठीक है कर्ज वर्ज हर राज्य पर है, लेकिन पर कैपिटा इनकम में तेलंगाना आज देश के टॉप 3 स्टेट्स में है। जो एवरेज इनकम है देश की वो 2.25 लाख है, वहां की 3 लाख के ऊपर है। तो केसीआर ने बहुत काम किया है। केसीआर फ्रीबीज पॉलिटिक्स के चैंपियन है। केसीआर मुस्लिम अपीजमेंट के चैंपियन है, और अगर इसके बावजूद कांग्रेस पार्टी वहां चुनाव जीत जाती है या जीतने के नजदीक पहुंच जाती है, मेरा यह मानना है कि शायद बीआरएस और एआईएमआईएम मिलकर सरकार बना लेंगे, लेकिन कांग्रेस बहुत ऊपर पहुंच जाएगी। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने वहां अपना चुनाव छोड़ दिया। इतना शानदार मोमेंटम बना था 2018, 19, 20 जीएचएमसी इलेक्शन, और उसके बाद जाने क्या हुआ इस पार्टी को। मुझे लगता है कि तेलंगाना में ये जो मैसेज जाएगा, ये 2024 के लिए कांग्रेस के लिए, पूरे देश में मुस्लिम्स के लिए फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस ऑफ वोट हो जाएगा। ये सबसे बड़ा मैसेज होगा इस इलेक्शन का। अगर जो एग्जिट पोल
So Smita Prakash, just 30 seconds because I'm completely out of time, but do you think the regional parties, the alliances, now nationally speaking, are going to really prosper from here, or are they going to be in trouble?
Well, I think for Telangana, he's right. Telangana is the most interesting thing, because if there is resurgence of the Congress that everybody is talking about, and if the Congress was to win now in 2 or 3 states, if they were to win in 2 states, let's say they win in Chhattisgarh and they win in Telangana, in the India alliance, in the India alliance, they will flex their muscles because they become more powerful. In the South Indian states, that means that they are in power in 2 states, and in the third they are in alliance. The BJP is totally out, which is very strange. Whether in Telangana, if the BRS wins, that will be interesting too.
Okay. Lots of messages for national politics coming up. Will this exit poll actually convert really into the results on 3rd of December? We'll have to wait and watch. But whichever way you look at it, politics over the next 6 months is going to change. Narratives are going to change. And who's going to call the shots? Are we getting to a bipolar politics at a national level once again? That's the question. And what does this mean for regional parties? Are they going to be sitting in their back rooms to recalculate their strategies? All of that happening. We'll decode this over the next 2 or 3 days as we start our 100 hours of only election results. Mandate 2023. Thank you very much to my panelists, and thank you viewers for joining me on the Newshour tonight. Good night. Be safe.